Check the fantasies at the door. It is reality check time. Wrestling reality, TribLIVE radio, Justin LaBar. The next hour, I'm going to preach you the good word in the WWE world. I'm going to get you a girl if you need it. And you're going to get to hear Dean Ambrose. If you can find something better to do over the next hour, I dare you to tell me what it is. You can tweet me at Justin LaBar. Bad news on the Daniel Bryan front, or so we are led to believe. The update today is that Daniel Bryan might need another surgery, which is going to almost certainly keep him out January for Royal Rumble. And there's conflicting reports of maybe this is going to go even lengthier of a recovery, which is going to make him miss WrestleMania. At what point do we have to stop and go, what are we doing here? And Daniel Bryan's, he's not an old man, but he ain't a young man. Daniel Bryan, I can't help but think of some of the other guys that had their careers cut short of injury. You can look at guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, who did stop prematurely because of injury. You can look at an Edge. You can look at a Magnum TA. But the interesting thing about it, the unfortunate thing about it for Daniel Bryan, is that with all those other guys, they at least basically had reached their potential. They had stacked a great resume. They had gone as high up on the mountain as they were going to go, and anything else they wanted to do was just looking at the nice view. Daniel Bryan was just breaking through after probably maybe a longer career of having to defy the odds, whether due to size, whether due to firings for choking Justin Roberts, which how ironic, he's out of here now too. Maybe the closest thing we could relate it to is maybe Magnum TA. A guy that was red hot in the NWA days, red hot to the South, red hot with a Four Horsemen feud, and then in 1986 career got shortened due to physical handicap due to a car accident. Obviously, this is not a car accident for Daniel Bryan. It's just built up, wear and tear of the wrestling world for the last 15 years. But I certainly think, you look at Edge, you look at Stone Cold, those guys, multiple-time world champions. They accomplished all these things, main event of WrestleManias, et cetera, et cetera. Daniel Bryan just finally got his taste of the pie. He just had his moment at WrestleMania, and it could have been the first of many. This is bad. I'm afraid I've got some bad. I can't even do it right now. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. This really might be the end. I don't want to freak people out here, and I don't want to be the prognosticator of complete bad news. But you have to stop and think. Every month that he's gone is another month that somebody else, whether it's a Dean Ambrose, whether it's a Roman Reigns, a Seth Rollins, whoever, it's another month that those people advance in their careers and keep taking up spots, and it's another month that somebody on NXT is 1 month closer to being ready. And there's only so many spots on the roster. Now, I'm saying if Daniel Bryan was ready to go, even if it was another... let's say he was out and he couldn't return until next year's SummerSlam. Would the company have him back? Of course they would. He's still going to be profitable in some regards, but profitable schmofitable. He can sell Yes T-shirts the rest of his career, or he can just go on the wrestling convention circuit, and he'll be just fine. But in terms of Daniel Bryan getting to reach that full potential that we all were starting to see, and what the Yes movement was yesing for, that, my friends, is a big, big question. What's not a big question is this is where you need to be. 412-320-7925. I got Steven and Eric, the creators of TagMeADate.com. They're going to be with us over the next hour. The first ever wrestling dating website. Plus, we got the Dean Ambrose interview. You definitely got to hear that. Lunatic Fringe doesn't even begin to describe it. We'll be back.